I run at random through the city. I can't spot arcueid anywhere. The city is too big, and I have no clues to go on. I don't have the time to run around checking every corner. I need to narrow down the search area. She sticks out like a sore thumb. If I'm in the same neighborhood as her, I'll be able to spot her from a mile away. I'll bet everything on my best guess as to her whereabouts. If there's anywhere arcueid would be, it's... save as always. Her apartment, the back alley downtown. Maybe she's gone back to the school. I don't think it's that. The back alley downtown? I don't know why she would be there. I'd guess her apartment? Let's find out. I'll try her apartment. There's a chance she gave up on hunting the dead for the night and went back to her place. I rang the bell. No matter how long I wait, there's no answer. I don't sense any movement beyond the door. Has she not come back? Or will she simply not come out? Want to find out? I hesitate for a moment. With a deep breath, I calm my flustered thoughts and take out my knife. I cut the line and kill the lock. I'll apologize to arcueid later. But before I do, I lay my hand on the doorknob just to be sure. It's unlocked? The door isn't locked. With a click, it swings open freely.
Arcueid, いるのか?
There's no response. The bed is also untouched. She waited for me in the park all night and then came to my room to fetch me in the morning. That means she probably hasn't been back here for over 24 hours. I bash the wall with my fist and immediately rush back out of the room. I can condemn myself for my own stupidity later. If I have the time to take out my anger on the wall, I should use it to go out into the city and look for her. Okay. I come out of the station. I squint my eyes at the abundance of people and artificial lights. I walk around and search for the single woman at random. It's a desperate attempt, but there's a slim chance it will work. As literal as it sounds, I'll follow the slender lines in search of arcueid. Arcueid is a creature of very little death. In this world, that's brimming with death, she is alone and nearly unmarked by those lines. Given that, if I cast my eyes over the city like this, searching for places without any lines, I can give chase without the risk of missing her. It's a half-baked strategy, but it's all I've got. Can't look at him for too long, though. Pain rips through me. I try to take in the overall picture without focusing too much on each individual line. According to her, this pain puts a burden on my brain. I can't let my eyes be exposed for too long. The people walking around downtown all have the usual number of lines. I don't spot any people smeared head to toe in scribbles, as I had before. Jesus. I massage my temples with my fingers. My headache will continue getting stronger as long as I have my glasses off, but even so, holding on to the sliver of hope that she's somewhere near, I press on, eyes wide open. It's okay. It'll get a little easier from here. If I enter the empty back alleys, I'll have fewer lines to contend with. That's why I must quickly head to the dark underbelly of the city. Within that darkness, where even the light of the moon can't reach, it should be easy to spot her white figure. The exhaustion from all this running combined with my headache makes me want to throw up. When I place my hand on my forehead, it's immediately clear I'm running on a severe fever. I don't need a thermometer to tell my temperature is through the roof. Even back when I caught a bad cold and I was running a fever of almost 40 degrees Celsius, my palm didn't feel this hot. This marks the final destination of my search. Just up ahead is the back alley where I first spoke with her. If she isn't there, then that means my guess was wrong. Are there a lot more lines than usual? The moment I step inside, I feel a chill strong enough to cool even the 40-degree fever in my head. I see something strange. Deep within that darkness, sparks are scattering wildly through the air. No, to be more precise, a great number of lines are swarming together, bursting and disappearing.
まさかあいつ
Those swarming lines of death belong to the dead. If they're being extinguished, then that means
あんな体で一人で戦ってるのか
my fatigue, my headache, my stupidity, and even the chills from earlier become a thing of the past. I push open the rusty iron gate and slip into the dark passage. The entrance of the back alley. The thin path between buildings. The spray from each of those deaths form a muddy stream. No fewer than 100 brutal dissections. It's strange. I'm familiar with the layout of this area. There's not enough space for 100 dead to fit inside. That's why the scene unfolding before me must be a single body ripped apart into dozens of pieces. Excuse me? That's blood. I don't know. I don't think about what this all means. The thing that I can't stand is the sound of my spine grating every time I take another step down this path. My instincts rasps like a saw against my brainstem. Stop. Don't go. Turn back. What lies ahead is not the thing you've seen in your dreams. Whose blood is this? I already know that. I won't turn back. I won't leave Arcueid alone. If I were to run away, she will get herself killed. Unable to shake that dire premonition, I drag myself 1 foot at a time toward that blind spot laced with death. Inside, not a single dead remains in one piece. My consciousness freezes. The scene assaults my eyes. The ground is awash in red effluent. Only scraps of the dead remain, faceless, arms crushed, guts spilled, senselessly ravaged beyond all recognition. Jeez. I'm rendered speechless by the suffocating stench of blood, and the chilling air of death runs rampant. The walls, the floor, no doubt even the moon high above. Everything here is red. Yep, that's Arcueid. I hear a thick splattering sound. With her hand, she annihilates the scribbled-covered human figure. Perhaps it's the final one. With a single hand, casually, without mercy, as though squashing an insect. The dead's head is grabbed by an invisible hand and crushed midair, splattering its blood and spinal fluid onto the walls like paint.
Arcueid.
A world where even the moon shines red. Arcueid stands at the center of it all. She doesn't notice my presence. She simply looks up at the moon, heavily breathing in and out, as if in a trance. I can't call out to her. The grating of my spine has reached its peak. It's as if that saw has already severed my brainstem. Creak, creak. My consciousness is screaming at me. It's telling me that being here is a mistake. It shouts that I don't want to die yet. Whoa! But it's all too late. Being neither white nor red, I am a foreign object in this space. The white figure turns around. She glares at me with a single eye like a demon. Such a dazzling golden eye. It's not that our eyes meet. I just happen to look into that eye. That alone is enough to set my blood coursing and wipe away my higher brain functions. Holy shit. The first thing I feel is pure survival instinct. I mustn't be here. I mustn't look at that thing. I mustn't be known. I mustn't be seen. We cannot talk. We cannot coexist. We cannot reach a conclusion. I cannot fight. I cannot escape. I do not stand a chance. In short, no matter what I do, you cannot be saved. That's right. That creature is on a whole other level. It's not that she's of a higher or lower class. It's that she's on a completely different scale. It's too different. It's too different. It's too different. That's why. All the blood vessels in my body swell. First comes fear, but after it follows an almost rapturous urge to kill. A flash of lightning from a blue sky. A clear solution never before seen in the history of mankind. My cells rejoice at the arrival of enlightenment on par with that of the Buddha. Why? Because that thing is something that mustn't exist. For us, that thing is unnecessary. Are you gonna kill her again? That's why I'll kill it. Kill it now, right here, immediately. I'll give in to my racing blood and expel that thing. My heart leaps. Even though I know I can't win, my entire body rumbles, telling me to kill her. Such contradiction. It is saying that if I don't want to die, then I should kill? Is it saying that I should kill even if I'll die? Is there nothing in my head other than murder? I can't. My own self isn't even present. That eye. I mustn't look into that golden eye. There's no way I can do it. I can't pull myself away from her gaze. Thump thump. My blood is boiling. I can't stand against this raging current. However, there's something that's trying to break through my shell of reason. Yeah, he's starting to tweak for real. Why do I want to kill her? Is it because I don't want to die, so I'm going to kill her before she can kill me? It's so hilarious that I might die laughing. This really is the ultimate form of stupidity. Killing needs no reason. Be honest with yourself, Shiki. You've been waiting to blank her since a long ways back, haven't you? That blink could mean a lot of things, honestly. No, I'm the one who should be shutting up. That's exactly right. I simply wanted her. I wanted Arcueid. That's all there was to it. From the very moment I saw her, I understood that fact so well that I wanted to vomit. Jesus. That's right. Every part of me wants her. Even my mind, my body, my tears, my saliva, my blood, my flesh, my lust, and my impatience. My breathing is going mad. I can barely stay conscious. Her golden eyes swaying in the darkness. This is something that killing alone won't satisfy.
Shiki.
She back to normal? The woman's eye returns to red, but at this point, it's far too late. I hear a muffled scream. I don't care. I hold the knife in my hand and press myself against the woman's body. Whoa. There's no strength left in her. Pinning her down is easy. I strangle her, wrap one arm around her neck, and with the other, raise the knife high in the air. All that remains now is to plunge it down between her breasts in one blow.
落ち着いてShiki。その目はもう使っちゃダメ。
I hear the woman's voice. The contents of my head are simmering away. Shut up. I tighten my arm around her neck. The The woman clenches her jaw in pain. I can't believe this. Even though she's such an incredibly powerful life form, right now she can't even shake off my arm.
Shiki.
Still desperately fighting for her breath, the woman gasped those words. Thump. My frenzied blood makes my heart pound. Put on your damn glasses, bruh. You're going crazy. Ha, ha, ha. My breathing goes haywire. My vision won't work properly. It's as if my body has turned into lava. It's so scorching, so hot that I want to be released from this pain immediately. Ha, ha, ha. I shift my body. I slide my hips over the woman's abdomen. I spread Arcueid's legs and lower my body through the gap. What is he doing? She looks back at me uneasily. Her gaze only makes my brain bubble more furiously. Ha ha ha. I'm turgid. I feel like I'm in a trance. Every cell in my body rejoices. This is the moment I was born for. If I don't blank her right this moment, I'll definitely go mad. Her flushed cheeks, her tender neck. Beneath me is the body of a woman, nothing more, nothing less. Ha ha ha. I can feel her pulse. Ha ha ha. Golden. Those eyes that seem to ensnare my very soul. I let go of her neck with my arm. I lay my hand on the woman's breast. I touch her body, I touch her legs. I crawl my fingers across her white belly and feel the warmth of her flesh.
違うよ。こんなの式じゃない。
A feverish voice, pleading red eyes. With that, I completely lose all control of my thoughts. I hear her whimper as she tries to conceal her shame. The woman desperately tries to push me away with her hands. I seize both of those arms. I pin them to the ground so that she can't move. Perhaps it would be easier if I had some nails. Oh god. With her hands pinned down like this, she looks like a crucified sacrifice. Her eyes glare back at the man on top of her, filled with disgust and obvious misery. Her appearance is far too alluring. I can't use my arms either. If I let go, she will no doubt cut off my head. I crack a smile under the pressure. Rather than violating her on the spot, a struggle to the death is far more appropriate for animals like us.
やめないと後悔する。
What the hell is going on? With one arm, I grab onto her beautiful white throat. My mouth is the only thing that I have left free. I sink my teeth into the woman's breasts.
式、落ち着いて。
She continues to mount a feeble resistance, even as her body twitches. Ha! The heavy breaths of a man trace across the woman's abdomen. Yeah, this is getting weird. It's getting weird now. The woman must be quite sensitive, as that alone is enough to make her squirm. I push her clothes out of the way, dragging my tongue across her white skin. Good lord! Suddenly I realize that I'm hungry. That's right, my stomach is always empty. I'm always hungry. I drool from the appetite that I've never had until now. The woman puts strength into her arms, but my appetite is stronger. Right. What am I so hesitant about? This is no different to the meal earlier. Only then, I was the one being eaten. This time, I'm the one doing the eating. We may be different life forms, but the way we do things as living organisms is exactly the same. Her sucking blood at the park, the foolish urges I feel now, the hamburgers we ate this afternoon, they're all the same. You eat because it's necessary. You eat because it's fun. You eat because you want to. You crave each other because you love each other. I'm not really sure how you're connecting the dots here, but they ain't making a picture, that's for sure. That's all there is to it. That's all you need as an animal. Resistance is inevitable. Her breasts softly bounce up and down. Their shape is splendid, solid proof that she's a woman. With that, I dig my teeth into one of them. The woman lets out a yelp. She twitches, arching her body like a drawn bow. It makes no difference. I sink my teeth in further, stopping just short of biting it off to run my tongue over it, relishing the taste. Why? Like, okay, so obviously he's being possessed by the same thing that made him kill Arcueid. But why is it instead of murder, it's sexual harassment? I don't, huh? I mean, I get he had those feelings, like, earlier, but, like, why now? Why now? Especially after we had that nice heart-to-heart in the afternoon, like, what happened here? The woman's body temperature is rising. There's no trace left of the coldness from earlier. The woman desperately stifles her voice as though she's embarrassed by it. A pitiful voice. My consciousness continues to slip away. Even though I abandon all reason and thought, I'm still losing sight of who I really am. A sorrowful voice. I don't know what it means. I can't hear something like that. I raise my knife. My eyes become clouded with vermilion red. I'm imbued with the same murderous intent I'd been on the receiving end before. I can't stop my own body. A mournful voice, with tears flowing from her eyes. A headache courses through me. My instincts shout at me to keep going. If I stop here, I'll lose my life. My heart races, knowing that if I don't hold her down, she'll definitely come for my head in the future. But she's crying. The woman who had always kept on smiling no matter what is crying. I don't believe it. I won't allow it. If it was me, I would never have made her cry. A headache courses through me. It screams at me to get on with it. My consciousness becomes blurred with conflicting impulses. I ask myself one last time what I want to do. I simply want her, can't do something she doesn't want. I mean... Oh wait, it's a different color. Well, save, obviously. Obviously, like, the right choice is this, right? Can't do something she doesn't want. I can't do anything that would make Arcueid cry again. The first time I was struck with this nightmare of a headache, I ended up killing her. There will not be a second time. Even if my brain burns out, I will never allow myself to defile Arcueid. Okay, are we straight now? Are we good? I move away from Arcueid. My headache also disappears, and my heart returns to normal. The savage emotions I felt are gone, and I finally come to realize what I've done. I can't believe it myself, but the memories remain etched in my mind. Pushing down Arcueid, crushing her neck as I prepare to impale her with my knife, and desiring her skin like a beast. I have no words. Arcueid straightens her clothes and stands up. How can I apologize to her? This is not something that can be forgiven with a mere "I'm sorry."
Arcueid, 俺は
気にしないで。謝らなくちゃいけないのは私の方なんだから。
No, I'm the one who's in the wrong. So what if I have chronic anemia? So what if I get so dizzy I pass out? Neither of those can justify any of this. If I had been more careful, none of this would have ever happened.
シキは私の魔眼を見てしまった。抑えることなんてできるはずがない。
Wait, so you did that to me? Huh. Maybe... No, wait, no. Like, what? How? Why would... Huh? What? How? Why? No. I'm not gonna pursue this any further. We're just gonna move on.
吸血鬼の目は魅了の魔眼だと言ったでしょ。見た人間の気持ちに関係なく、自分の虜にする呪い。だから気にしないで。
Why?
シキが私に性的欲求
That
を感
hasn't
じ
been
た
out
の
of
も
your
その
control,
一
right?
環。
Because you were just killing all those dead and then you just... Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Unintentionally just open them, I guess. I don't know why you would do that intentionally.
直視の魔眼があっても、あなたは所詮人間だから。
Arcueid coldly asserts that it was all because of a curse, but she's wrong. It's true that I went crazy after looking into that golden eye, but it was nothing more than a catalyst. At that time, I truly felt from the bottom of my heart that...
身勝手な勘違いはしないで。私、さっきは正気じゃなかったの。どうしようもなく乾いてて、自分じゃ解決できなかった。だから死者たちを見つけて発散した。あなたはそれに巻き込まれただけ。あなたの心とは関係なく、あなたの体を操ってしまった。公園でのことだって。あと少しで、私は死期を台無しにするところだった。
What's going on? like this whole episode started, or this whole chapter started rather, and we were going on a nice quote-unquote date with Arcueid, go to the movie, ate some burgers, had a nice little heart's art at the school, and now look at us, surrounded by a fucking back alley of blood, asking each other why the fuck what happened. Arcueid's voice chokes up with anguish. Biting her lip in silence, she profusely apologizes to me with her whole body. Seeing her apologize like that hurts my heart. I didn't feel like I was manipulated at all. Rather, it felt like I was indulged in my own desires.
アルクエイド、俺は
謝らないで。シキ、これは事故よ。私も忘れるから、あなたも忘れて。そうした方が、お互いのためになるわ。
With that, she begins to quietly walk away.
ある。
I try to call her name, but I hesitate. The hand I tried to reach out and stop her with doesn't move.
怖い思いをさせて、ごめんなさい。さよなら式。私たち、もう会わない方がいいよね。
Huh? And so Arcueid disappears from the alleyway, wearing that forced smile all the way to the end. She kicks off, just as she has so often before, like a rabbit hopping on the moon.
なんで
Even if I want to chase after her, I can't. Besides, I can't stop her, not the way I am now.
なんでお前が謝るんだよ。
Self-hatred and remorse gnaw away my heart. On this tragic stage of an alley, I look up at the moon in repentance.